Welcome back, traders. Glad you guys can make it. Great news is we just hit 100 subs on YouTube, so I want to clap it up for you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of this community and helping it grow. Um, I support that and I love that for everybody. So happy Thanksgiving as well. Right now, I'm by family, so if you hear anybody in the background, it's just my family downstairs. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys that most traders fail funded challenges because they chase setups. Usually they're not chasing discipline, which is better than chasing setups. Right now, I'm sitting in a drawdown. If you guys are watching and following the process, you guys know my drawdown that I'm at right now, which is about 25 or $2,700 in drawdown. But I'm sticking to the same system that'll get me through the my get me in contact with my first payout. So I'm going to show you some routine adjustments I'm using to secure my first payout, and you're actively watching this all unfold in real time. And if you want to follow this journey in real time, the good trades, the bad trades, the actual bias for the week, join the Discord. I'll show you how it looks inside the Discord. The link is going to be in the description. And I'm also going to share with you guys the reason why I'm transitioning from right now using a live account with my own money and challenges, funded evaluation challenges. Right now I'm transitioning into being, actively using both to fully converting to just using funded challenges. So I'll show you th those reasons and I'll just list them right here. I'll list five. So one is going to be prop firms let me scale into six-figure capital without risking my own money, obviously. Um, Two is going to be it's smart to perfect my system on funded a capital before loading heavy into a personal live account. Three is going to be payouts from prop firms. Become full, become fuel to build my live account later without personal drawdown. Four is going to be funded trading. Gives me structure, discipline, and strict rules that sharpen consistency faster than trading live on my own. And then five is going to be one of the biggest challenges I'm facing right now is trusting transactions from regulated or unregulated brokers, um, mainly unregulated brokers. And I'd rather build on platform capital than risk personal funds on platforms that are not fully transparent. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so there's this unregulated brokerage that I've been working with, and I had about 5K in there. And I think that's the most that I've had in a personal brokerage account. And it's an unregulated broker. I'm not going to say the broker's name, but they don't really have to operate around the same rules. If you don't know this already, then I'll tell you. They don't have to operate with the same rules that regulated brokerages operate. And if anything happens to your money and they choose not to send you your money for whatever reason, or it just somehow vanishes throughout the transaction process, I'm pretty sure it's not easy to just lawyer up and, try to create a lawsuit out of that because it's an unregulated brokerage. You don't, there's times where you can I can't remember if there was so the deposit when you're depositing and you're giving your money, it's the process from experience is it takes less time to deposit your money and see the money in your brokerage account versus you wanting to withdraw your funds from this brokerage. Based on my experience with unregulated brokerages. And unregulated brokerages, the reason why I personally like to do business with them is because um they allow you to work with a lot of assets that are not usually publicly accessible. That's the main reason why I like to work with unregulated brokerages. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So the problem for me is personally the time. So, and also I'm not able to fully trust these unregulated brokerages. Um, with the funds that I'm, investing to grow. So that is, my challenge that I'm facing right now. Um, because I'm like, what I've done recently is I've invested this 5K capital, and it's fluctuated and stuff like that. It doesn't fluctuate as much. It fluctuates, your capital fluctuates more when you're dealing with more money than obviously small money. I consider this 5K small money compared to me managing 100K with a prop firm. And I'm sure anybody would agree with that. So, I'd rather the account be able to fluctuate. Um, like the 100K account versus a smaller account like a 5K account. It's 5K compared to 100K. It's a big jump. And I'd prefer to be on that scale of managing six figures versus, 5K account. But yeah. So I'll tell you about the time. So the time when I've deposited in this unregulated brokerage account, it's been about maybe 1 hour to 2 hours to start trading with my 5K capital. But when I'm withdrawing the money from the broker account, they're giving me runarounds. They're saying it takes between 1 to 2 hours to see the withdrawal. And then, I web chat them. They're like, well, give it 24, 48 hours, right? For it to process. Now, when I get the notification that the transaction's processed for 5K, then what happens is they're saying, I'm like, wait, I don't see it in my crypto wallet. And I'll share my screen and show you guys the transaction. So now they're like, well, it's processed, so it should be on its way. I contact crypto.com and they're like, well, um, if you don't see, or I contact the unregulated brokerage account, they say if you don't see it in your wallet, give it like 24 hours from the time that it processed. And if you don't see it in your crypto wallet, then contact us again. So realistically, it could take between 2 to 3 days to see that money go to your wallet. And I've searched up all of the reasons why it could take time between withdrawing it to have it end up in your wallet. And they're saying that, there's reasons where it's almost like the wild, wild west where they can give you honestly any response, but realistically behind the scenes, they're waiting for more transactions to happen. Because there's there's many cases where they might not have your money, almost like a bank. When you give banks your money, they start investing it. So that's how you can also think of how these brokerage, especially unregulated brokerages, are operating behind the scenes. They don't have your money. They can give you reasons. 24, give it 48 hours to then come back to ask about your money again if you don't see it. So in this case, that's one of the challenges I'm facing, but I'll start sharing my screen so that you guys can see the ACH process of where is it? I think this is it right here. Refresh. Yeah, so I mean, even the value of me sending the money around it kind of went down, but that's not a big deal. This is the transaction right here. -4. So I sent this with the ACH transaction model that they have in place so that you can send it to your bank. But now I gotta wait 1 to 3 business days for it to clear and show up in my bank account. So that's not a problem. I've already delayed that gratification and that's fine. Here's my Discord community. So I wanted to just show you guys real quick how I structured things. The chat, I've already released the weekly direction that I'm anticipating. I believe I released it. Let me see. If I haven't released it, then I'll drop it now. Let me see. I thought I did. I guess not. BTC 1128. Yeah, let me drop that right now. I already came up with it, so Yeah, I didn't really see it. I'm gonna All right, so here's my next week bias. Here it is, brand new. You guys are able to see this as well. You guys are caught up just like the community now, so 522, it's 522 right now. Weekly bias for next week. I'm bullish USD JPY. Usually I don't trade FX, but in this case this week I did get desperate because I'm already down like 2,700 on my FTMO account. Um Crude oil, I'm bearish. US 30, I'm bearish. Nasdaq, I'm bearish. UK 500 or UK 100, bearish. BTC USD, Bitcoin, I'm bearish. Grid 30, bearish. Gold, I'm bullish. So yeah, that is what I've shared in the weekly directional bias. Before we go anywhere, I wanted to explain to you guys about this trader who is known for being like top ranked with FTMO for maybe most payouts. I recently watched this video with Words of Wisdom. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar. If you're in the trading space, then you know who this is. He interviews many traders that are um, very or maybe profitable in the space. So yeah. Yeah, so Burn actually also inspired me by, his the way that he not the way that he trades. I don't really know how he trades, but he's like, if I can he gave a good point. He gave a fair point. And in this interview, he brings up the fact that why would I risk 50K of my own money if I can, pay a prop firm maybe, 50, maybe 50, what is it? Maybe 100 or $150 for 50K of capital to manage. And if I'm trading the right way or I'm trading properly to where it's going to lead to me getting payouts, then why not do that instead of risking 50K of my own money? So that's a really good way to look at it as well. That's why I also look up to people that are in the trading space that are successful because have a good track record is because they give you value, they give you fair points, and they allow you to balance your perspective versus their perspective. And many times you'll be able to personally switch your perspective and match it with theirs, and you'll start seeing an uptick in your momentum of trading. Your P&L starts going up just by just changing the station. You're changing the station that you're or wavelength that you're operating on. If you're channeling your mind on this channel, but this person like Burned is on this channel, all you have to do is tune in with what their wavelength, start thinking a little bit more like them, and then you'll start seeing the same results or similar results that this person is seeing. And reasoning more with them. I'm gonna also share with you guys how my FTMO challenge is going. This is the funded level, so whatever I make in payouts or whatever I make in profit, I'm gonna be able to start taking payouts on by 80%. So consistency rule, I really don't really look at this, but it's 82%. Um, no minimum trading days on the funded level. Maximum daily loss 5,000. Maximum loss is 10,000. Profit. Right now I'm down almost 2,700. So equities right now is at 97,000, right? Balance 97,103. Okay. I'm up around $200 for that. I'm currently in that buy that I shared with you guys in the Discord. It's USD JPY. I'm in for a buy on. Average profit 500, average loss is 200, win rate is 16%. I've already shared with you guys openly that my with the way that I trade, It's long-term successful based on the risk to reward. I'm big on risk to reward. If anybody knows me, I'm big on risk to reward. And as a trader, if you are if you have a low win rate as a trader, there's a bigger reason to be to have more conviction over risk to reward or having more value. You're gonna value risk to reward more if you have a low win rate. At a time of me trading, I was risking between 5 to 15% per trade. And as a person like myself who has a low win rate, that'll deplete your account's equity in like maybe even a day. Like you'll see if you look at videos back, not sure exactly what month, but there was a time where I started mentally framing my mind to risk between 5 to 15%. And you'll see those losses. They really drench your account, especially if you have a low win rate. It's great though for people who have a high win rate. If you have a high win rate and you're risking between 5 to 15%, that's cool. You're gonna see your account grow tremendously. Um, but yeah, that's not what I'm doing right now. Another reason why I like to well, I'm not gonna get into that, but that's for another day. Number of trades 30. Yeah, so I'm gonna scroll down, show you guys how my daily profit and loss statement looks. You can see negative 299, right? So most of these, for the most part, you'll see that I'm not going, over $1,000 in drawdown for a day. So yeah, this is controlling your risk, right? So yeah, those are those reasons there. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I told you guys. But we have officially hit 100 subs. So I want to thank you guys. Not sure if I gave you guys that as an introduction already, but I'm gonna just put that in there right now, preface that. Thank you guys for building this community with 100 subs. Let's continue to grow this page and community. But yeah. And what's the next? All right, so what's next is gonna be, it's very loud downstairs. Sorry if you guys could hear all that, but so I have strict rules, of course, for working towards payouts and working towards successfully passing these funded accounts. I would be keeping losses identical so you can recover, having a good risk to reward, and you never want to increase your risk when you're emotional, and focusing on at least 1 to 3 or more risk rewards on your setup so that it erases your 2 to 3 small losses. Also, you want to keep in mind that profit targets don't pass challenges. Controlled losses do. So what that means is if you're, gonna want to make $8,000 on this trade, but you're risking 8,000 as well, like that's a 1 to 1 risk to reward. In that scenario, it really doesn't make sense to even take the trade unless you're gonna size down on your lots, right? Because it's gonna be more worth risking $100 for $8,000 than it is to risk 8,000 for $8,000, if that makes sense. So hopefully you guys are keeping it in mind the loss that you can have. Picture the amount that you're willing to risk in order to reward yourself with this profit if the trade goes in the direction you want it to. So you want to think in terms of how much you're gonna put at risk for that reward. Always, always. All it takes is, just like Mark Douglas said, all it takes is one person on the other side of the world to say, "Hey, I have a belief that this asset is going to go in a completely different direction right at this minute than you than your trade idea. And obviously psychology is a main factor. Psychology is, it's mental labor is what we're doing as traders. So this is yeah, something that you want to condition. Um but yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on how things are right now. And the importance right now is, yeah, I can't even focus. It's Thanksgiving. We're, with family right now, so um my brain is going everywhere. But I definitely want to post you guys, give you guys some value before um this week ends. It's Friday right now, and not sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So I wanted to share some things with you guys. Maybe give you guys some ideas to branch off of. And right now, I'm currently waiting for this 5K, uh, or close to 5K transaction to get sent to my bank account. It's Black Friday, so I'm really thinking about purchasing another funded account. So I'm gonna start working on doing some research to see if there's, a valuable platform that I can purchase one from. Maybe FTMO, maybe Funded Next. In the next video, I'll show you guys which one I choose. And yeah, it's pretty much where we're at right now. So good luck to you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for 100 subs. Let's continue to grow this channel. Let's continue to learn with each other. I hope that you guys learned something from this video. If you guys haven't, hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to share with you guys some more value that you can learn from or branch some ideas off of. And that's all I got for now. So if you guys have anything specific you want to go over, drop it in the comment, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching another one of my YouTube videos.